developer here. Welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial we're gonna see how to create a note-taking app completely from scratch using RealmDB. In the previous part we have seen how to design this prototype for our note-taking app. Let's get started. Create a new Android Studio project. Select empty activity and I'm gonna name my application as Notes app. Use language as Kotlin. Click finish. It will take some time. Yeah. Now open build.gradle. So it's a project level file, and I'm gonna add Realm version 5.1.0 and 10.0. Now here we're gonna add class path for realmdb io.realm gradle plugin realm version. So our version code will be there 5.10.0. Now we have to add maven URL. Now open build.gradle app level file. Apply plugin called Kotlin KPT and apply another plugin Realm Android. Now we're gonna add libraries for our app. Implementation Android X card view 1.0.0. Now I'm gonna copy this let's change it to recycler view 1.1.0. Next library is material library. Google dot Android dot material 1.0.0. Now let's sync the project. So we are having error in card view, Android X card view. So yeah, it's dot. Try again. Here also same error, dot. Yeah, now we don't have any error. Let's close this. Now go to project and create a new Kotlin class, and I'm gonna name it as my app. So class my app, extend application. Now we have to import this, import, yeah, override. When we type override, override function on create. Now we're gonna initialize realm here. Init this. Now val configuration dot builder dot name. So here we have to give our DB name. So I'm gonna give as notes.db. Delete if migration needed. Yeah. Schema version will be 0. So you can put any number of version here, and dot build. So we're gonna set this configuration to realm dot set default configuration. Now we have successfully initialized this. Go to manifest file, type name dot my apply. So here you will see my app. Click this. Now we have done with the app DB initialization. Go to my notes. Now we're gonna create a model class for our to-do notes. Right click, create a new Kotlin file called notes. Open class notes. Here you can see we have three inputs like ID, title and description. So ID is a unique key, and title and description. So ID is int and title and description both are strings. So here where ID int null, where title string. So I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna give it as description. Yeah. Now select all. So we're gonna extend this, so it's this bracket, open bracket. Okay, we're gonna extend this object to realm object. Okay, so now, so id is a unique key, so we need to give id as annotation as primary key. Yeah, now we have created the model class for our notes app. Close that. Now go to main activity, open xml file, main activity.xml file. So here we will have only text, so delete this. I'm gonna add recycler view. It's like match parent, match parent, match parent, match parent. Our id will be notes rb. So layer notes rb. I'm gonna add floating action button. It's 48 dp, 48 dp. I'm gonna give id as add notes. So go to project, go to resource, go to drawable, right click and open vector asset. Click this. I'm gonna search add. So select this. I'm gonna change my color to white. Yeah, I see add. Next, finish. So we're gonna give source image as add. So we're gonna give wrap content, wrap content. Yeah. Now we have to drag this to here, to the bottom. Okay. So layout margin here will be 10. Yeah. Now we have to select these two and click infer constraints. Now close this and we're gonna initialize here private let init add notes floating action button and private let init var notes rb recycler view. So here we're gonna initialize this via id. Add notes is equal to find view by id or dot id dot add notes, and notes rb is equal to find view by id or dot id dot notes rb. So now we're gonna set on click listener, on click add notes button, we're gonna start a new activity. Okay, for that we need to create a new activity. Right click, create a new activity. It's called empty activity, and I'm going to name my activity as add notes activity. Now click finish. Now let's close this, yeah. So yeah, now we have to click set on click listener for button, add notes button. So add notes dot set on click listener start activity intent this comma add notes activity class.java. I'm gonna click finish. Yeah, now let's close this. Go to add notes activity, open activity add notes XML file. So here we're gonna add edit text for input, edit text 300 dp, 50 dp. I'm gonna give ID as title edit text. So padding will be 10 dp, hint will be title. So here I'm gonna include future of font here. So I have already downloaded this font, link in the description. Copy this and go to project, go to resource folder and create a new Android resource directory called font. Now click OK. Now I'm gonna paste this font files here. So Control P, click OK. So now you will able to see all the fonts I have imported here. So here font family will be Futura book. Okay, I'm gonna copy this. I'm changing this to description edit text. Okay, now it will be description. So here button 300 dp, height will be 50 dp, ID will be save notes button, font family will be Futura heavy, font text color will be at Android white, background color will be color accent, text will be save note. So I'm gonna drag here, drag it to here. Okay, now we have to select this 3 and click infer constraints. Okay, now let's close this, go to add notes.kotlin. Now we're gonna initialize here private let init title edit text will be edit text. So I'm going to copy this description ed and save notes button will be button. Now here we're gonna init those views via id title ed is equal to find view by id or dot id dot title edit text. I'm gonna copy this. So description ed will be description edit text and save notes button will be save notes button. Now we're going to create on click listener function to save notes. Save notes button dot set on click listener add notes function. Add notes to db. Create function. Now we're gonna add those data to db here. Here we're gonna initialize realm also private let init realm realm is equal to realm dot get default instance. Here try catch exception. In the try block we're gonna add some function. So here realm dot begin transaction. So whenever you want to create a new notes or else you want to edit or else you want to update or you want to delete those things, you have to begin with the realm dot begin transaction. Okay, now well current id number equal to realm dot where nodes class dot java dot max will be id. So next id is equal to int next id equal to if current id number equal to null, then it will be 1 or else current number dot to end plus 1. So here when you see this design, so every node will have an unique id. Okay, so when you don't have any nodes, so your node value id will be 0. So here if the current id is 0, when you don't have any nodes it will be 1. Okay, Now when you have already 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 nodes, now you want to add ninth node. Now it will take our current id as an 8 and it will add 1 to it. Now our new node id will be 9. It's like auto increment id. Okay, now here where nodes 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 dot nodes dot title will be title edit text dot to string. Now nodes dot description is equal to description ed dot text dot to string. So now we are getting the text as a string from both edit text, title and description. Nodes dot id will be next id. So we are getting this id from auto increment function. Here we will set this id to here. Now we want to transaction and commit. So when you have done with passing these parameters, now we have to copy this to realm.db. So let's call realm dot copy or realm or update nodes. So now we are copying and or updating this nodes to realm. Now we want to commit this realm dot commit transaction. Yeah, after that, if it is successful, we want to show toast message like nodes added successfully. Toast dot length short dot show. After successfully adding the nodes, now we want to start a new activity. Start activity intent this comma main activity class.java and finish this. Here we have to catch those exception. So toast dot I'm gonna copy this. So failed, and I'm gonna pass this exception parameter here. Yeah. Now we have done with the data adding part. Let's move on to show display the data. Close this, open main activity. Now so in the now we have to create an now we have done with adding the nodes. Now we have for displaying the data, we need to create an recycler adapter for displaying the data. So close this, go here and create a new Kotlin class called nodes adapter. Here class nodes adapter private val context comma private val nodes list will be realm results. So here we're gonna pass nodes. Okay, here extending recycler view dot adapter recycler view dot beholder now click add implement members. So here for item count we have to return nodes list dot size. For on create view holder where v is equal to layout inflator dot from parent dot context dot inflate or dot layout dot to do nodes rb layout. Parent comma false return view holder b. So here we are getting error, so we need to create a new nodes rb layout. Go to layout and click layout resource file nodes rb layout. Now we cannot change this to card view, so height will be width will be 185 dp, height will be wrap content, and I'm gonna add corner radius will be 12 dp, card elevation will be 5 dp, layout margin 5 dp, so let's elevation 2. Okay, now inside the constraint layout match parent we need to add text view, so it will wrap content and title will be text will be insane developer. Font family will be Futura heavy. Text color at Android black. Text size will be 28 SP. SP 24. I think 24 is right. 24 SP. Yeah. Font family bold. Futura bold. No. Futura heavy. Okay. Now we need to copy this. I'm gonna give it title TV ID title. Description TV. And we're gonna give as ID TV. Now it will have subscribe. Font size will be 18 SP. It will be Futura book. Here we're gonna reduce it to 20 SP. Okay, now we're gonna change this to 1 28 SP. Color will be red. Just like this. Now place it here. We're gonna give it as a title as 20 SP. Here, and it has 18 SP. Yeah. Now reduce to wrap content. Let's grab it. Now give padding. padding, padding. Yeah, we have done with padding. Card elevation, everything is fine. Now select this all and click infill constraints. Now click this constraint parent bottom, start, end, constraint top, bottom, start, end. Now same procedure to here, top, bottom, start and end. Now we have successfully constrained our views, title, description and IDT. Okay, now go now we have to create a class ViewHolder open braces. Well, title is equal to redirect find view by ID text view title TV. Yeah, I'm gonna copy this, paste disk and it will be ID disk TV and ID TV. View holder return now we need to bind our views here. Holder dot item view stack item view dot title TV dot text is equal to nodes list position dot title. So we need to give, I'm gonna copy this, description TV will be description and ID TV will be ID. Now we have to dot to string. Now go to nodes rb.layout and I'm going to give card view as ID as card nodes. Now let's try to now go close this app. Now go to main activity dot Kotlin. Here we need to initialize nodes array list, comma nodes private latenate realm realm. Now we need to initialize realm here. Realm is equal to realm dot get default instance. Well, nodes rb is equal to find view by id or dot id dot nodes rb. So I actually declared above, so initialize this view above, so we don't need to initialize again. Add nodes is equal to, so yeah, we have to initialize this to do nodes rb dot adapter staggered quickly. So we need two columns, vertical. We're gonna call function get all nodes. Here create a function to get all the nodes. Nodes list dot clear equal to array list val results random results nodes lim dot var nodes dot find all. Now we need to set this nodes rb dot adapter is equal to nodes adapter this comma results. Now we are adding this results to array lists. Nodes rb dot adapter notify dataset change. Let's delete this. Now we have done with our side. Let's try to run the app. Yeah, app works successfully. Now go to color, change this value to dark blue. Let's try to run this app again.